Elon Musk may not be a part of this administration anymore, but his disgusting legacy with DOGE is going to live on until the last days of the Trump administration. And even though he's not there, he is also having a very significant influence on what DOGE is doing. According to a new report from Reuters, where they spoke with multiple people working in the federal government, DOGE is now using a modified version of Elon Musk's chatbot Grok, which of course is an artificial intelligence chatbot that is used on Twitter for those that are still on that app for some reason. And they're using this modified version to scour the personal data and computer usage data of government employees to weed out anyone who doesn't like Donald Trump. Because when you're working for the federal government, that's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter how good you are at your job. What matters is, do you like the person in the White House? That, folks, is discrimination based on political leanings. So this whole thing should already, right out of the gate, be illegal. You can't fire someone just because they have a different political leaning than you do. But that is what Elon Musk's AI is being used for within the federal government, being run by two idiot incel DOGE staffers. One of whom, of course, is the guy that went by the name Big Balls on Twitter. So Big Balls is out there using AI, one of the most flawed AIs out there, by the way. Grok is absolutely horrid compared to the other ones. And that is what they're using to find people who are anti-Trump in the federal government. Let me read you this. This is according to Richard Painter, who, of course, was ethics counsel to former President George W. Bush. Maybe could have counseled him on those ethics a little bit better there, bud. But anyway, this gives the appearance that DOGE is pressuring agencies to use software to enrich Musk and AI, and not to the benefit of the American people. Now, I will agree with you on that, because obviously if you're using Elon Musk's AI, he's going to make you pay for it. So he gets to put a little bit more money in his pocket. He gets to still have influence over the administration, even though he doesn't have to physically be there anymore, and he swears, "I'm done with politics." Absolute lie. Biggest lie we've ever seen in politics, to be honest. One of the sources who spoke to Reuters said that DOGE staffers directed the Department of Homeland Security officials to use Grok, although it hadn't been approved for use in that agency, and the sources said the federal government would have to pay Musk's organizations to use that AI tool. They were pushing it to be used across the department, said one of the sources. The report continues. The two DOGE staffers, Kyle Shute and Edward Big Balls Korestein, are leading the team's efforts to use AI in the federal bureaucracy, according to two sources familiar with the matter. Musk's team has attempted to gain access to Department of Homeland Security employee emails and ordered staff to train AI to find evidence that government employees are not, quote, loyal to Donald Trump's agenda. A group of roughly a dozen workers at a Department of Defense agency were told by a supervisor that an algorithmic tool was monitoring some of their computer activity, according to two additional people briefed on the conversations. So they're not just going through their personal data, right? It's not just your emails. Did you say something to somebody like, man, Trump's a piece of crap? Computer usage. You know what that means, right? What tweets are you looking at? Are you on your break time at work getting on there and watching YouTube videos of somebody who may be expressing unpleasant opinions about Donald Trump? If so, they know it. And you're probably on the chopping block. And I gotta tell you, we're gonna see some of the biggest anti-discrimination lawsuits filed against the federal government we have ever seen in our existence, folks. Because anyone who gets fired because of their political leanings, regardless of those political leanings, if it's left, right, center, doesn't matter, if you are fired based solely on that, you got a hell of a lawsuit on your hands. So just throwing that out there, if they do what they're attempting to do, they're going to pay a pretty big price for it. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.